To everyone who has been following along on the journey of this book, thank you so much. Thank you for your support, for your passion, for your enthusiasm. The reason we're all here tonight is because you guys love this book, and I hope more than anything that y'all will love the movie like you love the book.
At exactly the moment most of us were debating whether to reread It Ends With Us for the third or fifth time, the internet collectively paused. Notifications lit up. Group chats went quiet. And then came the headline no fan ever expects to read. Colleen Hoover has shared that she is facing cancer. The woman whose words have comforted millions, shattered hearts in the softest way possible, and somehow made us cry over fictional people at 2 a.m. was now writing a chapter no one wanted her to write. It felt unfair. It felt surreal. And for many readers, it felt personal. But if there's one thing Colleen Hoover has taught us through her stories, it's this. Even the hardest truths deserve to be met with honesty, humanity, and hope. So let's talk about what this moment means, not just for her, but for readers everywhere, and why this chapter, painful as it is, might carry a deeper message than we expect. And just when you think you understand the weight of it all, there's more beneath the surface. Before we dive into the news itself, let's pause and acknowledge something important. Colleen Hoover isn't just an author. She's the writer who made people who don't even like reading suddenly obsessed with books. She's the name scribbled on dog-eared paperbacks, highlighted passages, and emotional Goodreads reviews that start with, "I didn't expect this book to change me, but..." From It Ends With Us to Verity to Ugly Love, Hoover's stories often tackle pain head-on, love tangled with loss, healing wrapped in heartbreak, and resilience forged in impossible situations. Which makes this moment feel eerily familiar. Haven't we read this kind of emotional crossroads before, just not with the author herself at the center? When Colleen Hoover shared that she has cancer, reactions came fast and emotional.
Shock,
Sadness, support,
fear,
and an overwhelming wave of love. What stood out wasn't just what she said, but how she said it. True to form, the message was honest, grounded, and deeply human. No dramatics. No sensationalism. Just a woman speaking her truth and trusting her audience to meet her with empathy. In a world obsessed with perfection and positivity, that kind of vulnerability feels radical. After all, most of us don't personally know Colleen Hoover. But stories create bonds, quiet, invisible ones that form when someone articulates emotions you've never been able to put into words. Readers didn't just consume her books. They trusted them. They leaned on them during breakups, grief, loneliness, and moments when life felt unbearably heavy. So when the person behind those words shares a struggle this real, it feels like hearing that a close friend is hurting. Colleen Hoover hasn't shared every detail publicly, and that boundary matters. What she has shared is enough to remind us that illness doesn't discriminate, fame doesn't protect, and life doesn't always follow a neat plotline. The response from fans has been immediate and heartfelt. Social media timelines filled with messages of encouragement, gratitude, and love. Many readers sharing how her books helped them survive their own darkest chapters. It's easy to feel helpless when a public figure shares painful news. But small actions add up. It Ends With Us is a story about breaking cycles, choosing healing, and finding strength in vulnerability. Now, its author stands in a moment that echoes those same themes, not on the page, but in real life. Colleen Hoover's journey is her own. Whether she chooses to share more or step back, the most respectful response is patience. After all, the same grace we extend to characters and stories should be extended to the people who create them. And that brings us to the heart of it all. This story isn't just about a best-selling author or a shocking announcement. It's about empathy in the age of headlines, about remembering the humanity behind the names we see trending, about recognizing that even the strongest voices sometimes need support. Colleen Hoover has given readers permission to feel deeply for years. How have Colleen Hoover's books impacted you? Did a particular story help you through a difficult time? Share your thoughts, your favorite quotes, or simply a message of support. Because stories don't end when the book closes, and neither does compassion.